Hello, everyone. My name is Justin Hacker. I am here today to talk a little bit about connecting your Google Analytics 4 with your BigQuery account. Also, a little bit about creating a GCP, a Google Cloud Platform account, should you not already have one. Now, this is going to be critical for everything we're doing at our event on the 24th. And you know what? It's critical for anything you're doing pretty much in BigQuery because, well, you can't have BigQuery without a GCP account. So, to get started, you're going to go to cloud.google.com and you're going to create a free account. Now, when you create this account, you're going to get $300 in free credits. We can actually up that amount a little bit if you contact us ahead of time. We can give you a code that you can use that's actually going to boost the amount of credits you get. Now, once you've created that account, I'm not going to go through the whole process because I've already got my account here. It's pretty straightforward. You're going to need a credit card. They're not going to bill you anything. You have those 300 free credits plus your usage of BigQuery is probably in most cases going to fall under the free use tier. I believe that gives you 1 terabyte of processing. So that's the actual machine learning parts of it, and 1 gigabyte of storage of data for free. So you're not going to have to worry about that credit card being billed. It's just in case you do rack up an insane Google Cloud Platform bill, they know where to find you. Once you've created your account, you're going to land on this screen. It's going to say My First Project and have all your project information. This project, please, please, please don't use this project. Whenever we see a client come with My First Project, I chuckle a little. It's just there's better ways to set up a project than they do it at first. So for you, I'm not going to show you the full process. You're probably, as a new Google Cloud Platform user, going to want to set up your organization first. So you're going to go here and click on Identity and Organization, and you're going to run through the setup for your organization. And there's a lot of benefits for this. It allows for greater security, greater control of the data of the account. You're going to want to do that. For the purposes of this, I'm going to be a little bit lazy here, and I'm actually just going to create a project. So once you've gone through the organization setup, you'll come to this screen here. I got here by clicking on My First Project at the top, and then we're going to click on New Project in the top right. You can name this anything you want. It's good to be descriptive because you're maybe, if you become a large Google user, you're going to have potentially tens of projects, and you're going to want to know what's in it. This is for the Uncanny Lab Limited website. I'm going to name it as such. This is where you would enter in your organization. You'd select your organization that we created earlier. I didn't, so I'm just going to leave it as no organization, and I'm going to fly by the seat of my pants. So let's create. So that is being created, as we can see here. Everything that happens in GCP, you pretty much have this notification window that tells you when things are done. Some things are faster than others. That was pretty quick. So let's go back to our dashboard, and then let's switch projects to the project we just created. Awesome. Now, what I like to do for everyone is to check on the status of the BigQuery API. Most of the times it's on by default, but it may not be depending on your organization settings. So let's click on Library under APIs and Services. And then we're going to click on Big Data. And you'll see your BigQuery API right here. And you'll see that it's already enabled. So everything is golden there. So with that in mind, we have finished everything that we need to do in GCP. Let's switch back over to analytics. And once we're in analytics, let's double check that we're in the right property. We have several under this account. We're going to make sure it's on a UA, and it is the UC Lab website. So let's click that. Once we know that we're in the correct property, let's click on admin. And then we're going to scroll down in the property column to BigQuery links. And we'll see that nothing's linked here. Let's click on link. Then we're going to choose a BigQuery project. Now this should already be connected to your GCP account because you've used the same email, and everything's all above board there. So we're going to click on Uncanny Lab Limited Web, or whatever you call yours, and then we're going to click on Confirm. Now the data location is a very, very important thing. Not everywhere supports the Vertex AI that you're going to need, or the BigQuery ML. So what do we do here? Well, let's pick a data center closest to you that is supported. Now, I know Montreal is supported in Canada. Toronto is not. I learned that the hard way. We put all our data there and then we had to migrate it to Montreal. It was a real pain. You don't want to make that mistake. We're going to give you a link at the bottom of this video in the description of the table that actually tells you what is enabled and where. So you'll be able to find a data center that's suitable for you in the right country, in the right location. So you can just get going right off the bat. So for us Canadians, I would recommend Montreal because it's pretty much your only option. So let's click next. And then you're going to want to click on configure data streams, and you're going to make sure that every data stream that you need sent to BigQuery is connected. I only have one here, but as you're aware, GA4 lets you connect app data and on all sorts of other data streams. So make sure any streams you want to connect are set up here. And also any events you want to exclude. Now I have just default events in here. But you may have, some CRM data you don't want to send to BigQuery, or even scroll data if you have a very high volume website. I mean, that may not be something you want to show for whatever reason. I recommend sending as much data as possible because the AI is going to connect things that may not be so obvious for us. If you made any changes, click apply. And then if you have any advertising identifiers for mobile apps, you can include that too. I don't, so I'm not going to. Now, frequency, let's click on daily. This is going to suffice for most use cases. There may be a streaming argument for apps and things that need this done on the fly. But for this purposes and the purposes of our event, you probably won't need that. So I would leave it off just because we have to consider data in BigQuery and the amount of traffic we're putting through it. So let's click on next, review everything, make sure the data center is right, all the settings, and submit. And that's all there is to it. It's linked. So if we take a look over at a Google Cloud platform again in my other tab here, let's go to BigQuery. Let's click on BigQuery itself. And you're going to see this screen here, and you're going to notice your project name and that it has external connections. There's nothing here yet. Now, if you leave this overnight, by the morning, you should see something populated here, and that's going to look a little something like this. So you're going to see you have events. This is the main table. It's kind of separated into dates. And this means everything's working correctly. And you can kind of preview some of this data as well, just to see if it's all going through right. Once you have this set up, you're pretty well set to go. We can actually accomplish everything we want to accomplish at our event. You can start working with BigQuery ML and Vertex AI. So that's as simple as it is. Thanks for watching.